Call the Midwife recently returned to BBC One for the 11th series of the wholesome medical drama. The season, which is set back in the late 1960s, has already delved into some heartbreaking narratives involving addiction and loss. There are 3 more episodes left to air of the series, and Jenny Agutter, who portrays Sister Julienne, has hinted a very serious storyline is set to be tackled in upcoming scenes. Series 11 is set in Poplar, London, in 1967, which happens to be the year a host of monumental events took place. The events included the legalization of abortion and the Sexual Offences Act of 1967, which decriminalized homosexual acts between adult men. Call the Midwife has a history of tackling challenging subjects, and this season has already proved to be no exception. Sister Julienne actor Jenny Agutter, 69, told Express.co.uk and other publications about the hard-hitting issues which are set to arise. Emmerdale triple exit as Mina Jutla claims final victims. The star, who rose to fame after portraying Roberta in the film The Railway Children, said, "There are a lot of difficult medical issues that arise. We've had abuse again, which comes back in a different kind of way. The pressures are not there so obviously financially throughout the year, but they are there in terms of how the maternity home runs the clinic. Could Nonnatus House suffer a catastrophic financial hit later in the series which affects the patients, nurses and nuns?" Jenny added, "Sex education comes into this series and people that object to it, and whether it's a part of what they should be doing or not." She also said employment is a very serious issue that is brought to light in the series, but she couldn't go into much detail. Jenny explained upcoming episodes will tackle issues including racism as mechanic Cyril Robinson, played by Zephyrin Tate, struggles to secure a white-collar job. It looks as though there are challenging times ahead for the maternity home and many of the characters as they navigate their way through life in the East End during the 1960s. Stephen McGann, Dr. Turner, has also hinted Series 11 will include a storyline that has a major impact on all of the people at Nonnatus House. Helen George details grueling Call the Midwife filming schedule. Exclusive: Helen George recalls filming horrific Call the Midwife scene. Latest: Call the Midwife's Helen George discusses secret romance with co-star, Insight, the actor, who happens to be married to the show's screenwriter Heidi Thomas, explained, "It's big, it's brilliant, and it is a real challenge. I think for people who watch the show, I think it's a departure. It's different. It's ambitious. Everybody, in their way, is affected by it. Everyone comes into it. It smashes. It's great. And it shows us again going on and on with this thing and finding new things to tell." The 58-year-old also revealed how Heidi vanished for a couple of weeks when she is writing new storylines for Call the Midwife. He said she feels like voices are saying to her, "Tell my story, you haven't told my story yet." She looks and does all that research, and it's terrifying, but it all comes from the same route, whether it's those kids being transported to Australia or Lucille Anderson, played by Leonie Elliott, coming from Jamaica, Stephen added. While the cast has teased a heartbreaking is underway, BBC viewers will have to wait a little longer to find out exactly what it is. Call the Midwife airs on BBC One at 8 p.m. on Sundays, and episodes are available on BBC iPlayer.